Tinnitus, an in-depth natural solution for ringing in the ears. We're going to use food pharmacy, as some of you know, that I am the developer of the food pharmacy SaaS program for practitioners. And nice thing about this is if you want to make changes as a practitioner, if we want to make changes, we can actually go in and make the adjustments right here, and it will use that, and then we can make the adjustments as well in the algorithms. So let's just take a look. And the nice thing about food pharmacy that is almost impossible to do in any other method is that we can take multiple conditions. It'll eliminate cross interferences. It'll take the combination of that, integrate, assimilate all these various components. We're looking at macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, amino acids, how it relates to hormones, neurotransmitters, metabolic pathways to create a personalized, and it's really a hyper-personalized food list. So let's go right to that with this. And the practitioner can adjust it according to their practice. And mine, even though I made the food pharmacy, I still make adjustments for me on a personal basis. And the reason why I do that is that certain conditions are where everybody accepts a certain thing, yet when I look at it from my perspective, from doing this for over 40 years, with my knowledge of that, I make some slight adjustments to that. So let's just take a look at the food list that is generated. And if we go right here to the patient food list, we can see, and one of the things it's going to bring up, and you know what, before I even go to the food list, let's go to the patient detail report. And in the detail report, let's just scroll down. And the first thing we see here, we go to tinnitus. You know, it's interesting. When I went to school, we used to say tinnitus, and then it was tinnitus, and which is pretty much well accepted. But let's just go through this, because this is going to tell us what tinnitus really is. And it's as it says, you probably know it's that constant or recurring noise that's in the ear, that hissing. Some people there's different noises. Some people get like a crackling sound. Some people get just a chronic hiss, and it doesn't have anything to do with the external environment. So there's a lot of different proposed mechanisms to this, and it is a fairly poorly understood phenomenon. You know, the nice thing about this, a lot of these phenomenon that are very misunderstood, that we don't have all the information about them. One of the things that we do know is that when we do things right, particularly with foods, we can really overcome these challenges, and they respond pretty well. But one of the most common, most accepted theories involves quantum tunneling of 3 different ions. And we're looking at the sodium ion, potassium ion, and calcium ion. And it's their influence on the resting potential of the hair cells that are inside these the ear, in which these demyelinated nerves are sending phantom action potentials to the brain that's causing a hyperexcitability and sometimes a hypoexcitability, but it doesn't match is basically what it is. When that doesn't match, the brain sort of makes up its own sound, and that results in that phantom sound. But there are some things that we can do, and the nice thing is that's one of the first things that's listed. So along with the foods in food pharmacy, there's also what are the lifestyle modifications, and then we go into some of the predisposing factors as you can see here, aberrant signals from the brain, medications, including aspirin, has been implicated with this, exposure to loud noises. Now, selecting this option can increase magnesium, choline, vitamin K, DHA, It's going to decrease some common trigger foods. But here are some of the tips that are involved. Drinking hydrogen-rich water can decrease the reactive oxygen species of free radicals, particularly the hydroxyl radical and the peroxynitrite radical, and that decreases oxidative stress, which is cellular exhaust. Almost every health challenge has oxidative stress as part of that pathophysiology. Now, drinking plenty of spring water or purified water with no fluoride or chlorine to help prevent dehydration. By the way, dehydration is a very, very common component to tinnitus. So you really want to make sure that you're fully hydrated. You want to keep your redox potential up. If you don't understand that, I do have a video on how to handle and how to increase redox potential. That's really important. But make sure with that, you're going to get plenty of sunshine and plenty of grounding. So the other thing, you want to eliminate non-native EMFs. That's your electromagnetic frequencies. So whenever possible, turn off your Wi-Fi, particularly at night. Turn off your Wi-Fi. Try to turn off all screens. Use blue blocking glasses. There's things like that. Get plenty of sunshine, and you want to really prioritize the first morning sun. You want to see the sunrise because you want to reestablish the circadian rhythm, which is very important. Now, there are some nutrients that can help circadian rhythm, particularly resveratrol that's found in our Resvera Most. It's also in Mitomost, which also helps increase the mitochondria, improve the mitochondria, which is always one of the things that you want to do. Now, the other thing is that you do want to do grounding, which is standing barefoot in the grass. You can also do it on concrete. Do it for at least 15 minutes per day. We say you want to wirelessly connect your bare eyes to the sun and connect your bare feet to the ground. And that's really what you want to do. You want to do that every single day, particularly with, we talked about the fact that this involves quantum tunneling and the protons and the electrons. And by grounding, it really just, Earth is the largest source of natural electrons. Now, vitamin D has been associated with a lower risk of tinnitus and research studies. So you want to really do an assessment of your vitamin D. You want your vitamin D over 65. So if it's low, make sure you're getting plenty of sunshine. You can supplement. It's a little bit different. Try to get the sunshine. Stop wearing headphones. Work on healing your microbiome. You want to do red light therapy. Particularly, they have a red light. There's some low-level light lasers that, there are red light earplugs. Stick in the ear, and they'll help with that as well. Go to bed before 11 p.m. and don't eat after sunset. So you don't want to eat when melatonin has been activated, basically. Get a liver panel to check for hemochromatosis. This is underrated and can be a challenge that's associated with tinnitus. Also, be sure to eat enough foods with DHA. Go by your ideal seafood list. We're going to show you on here in a second. Avoid MSG. Some supplements which may be beneficial include hawthorn, which is found in our Circumos. You want to find one of the things to improve tinnitus is to have good circulation. That's one of the reasons why exercise is going to help. But the Circumos will help. Turmeric, particularly that's found in our product Curcumamos. It's going to decrease inflammation. Of course, hydromolecular will decrease the inflammation. The B1 and B12 found in the BMost is going to help. And that helps in a lot of different areas, as well as CoQ10, help optimize the mitochondria. Ginkgo biloba has been able to help with this as well. One of the things is we see that if you can have a good methionine to glycine ratio, one of the things with that is things like bone broth will help with that. Eating meats that have bone in that usually will get you a good methionine. You want lower methionine and higher glycine ratio. A white noise machine may help with your symptoms. Make sure you avoid sugar, caffeine, alcohol, aspartame, and processed foods. Avoid loud noises. And like I said a little bit earlier, regular exercise can help reduce tinnitus. So those are the factors. And again, check to see if one of the medications that you may be taking are causing tinnitus as well. So let's look at the foods that come up on the personalized food list for this. Okay, we'll see that you have a lot of the meats, the poultry, the seafood. You have some legumes are in the green. Now remember, green is ideal. You want to try to eat some of these foods with every meal. Eat a food that's in the green. The black is neutral, so they're okay. They're just not ideal, and you don't want to emphasize those. Cautionary, you can eat sometime, particularly for variety, just to for variety. In the red, you really want to avoid these as much as possible. So you want to, and sometimes the avoid is really more important than the ideal. So you want to take a look at what are the foods that are in the avoid. You see there are like pork, the bacon is in there, peanuts, a lot of these different cheeses, corn. You have cottonseed oil, which is often found, artificial sweeteners, chocolate, ketchup, mayonnaise, molasses, soy sauce, sugar, vanilla extract. Those are all in the avoid categories. So there's a lot of things you can do to help. And I tell you, with food pharmacy, this is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool. So it has all of your information about what are the lifestyle modifications that you need to do, as well as what are the foods that you should be eating, what are the foods to avoid, some information on some supplementation. But it's all the things you need to really overcome these health challenges. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment on this video.